We all have to sacrifice. And you made yours. Oh, look at little Jack, Cry Me a River Perry, the scapegoat himself, trying to sound tough, yet vulnerable, trying to make it seem like him and the Bucks are still going to be able to change the world. They don't need Omega. We're going to form our own elite with Okada over here collecting millions of dollars and not really having to do much of anything. He can rest on his laurels while the Bucks continue to prove that they are the most overrated goddamn tag team of the last 15 or so years. But as for Jack Perry, what the fuck has he had to goddamn sacrifice? Say those words to yourself more and more and more. Record yourself saying those words and maybe you'll believe them. And maybe, if you wish just a little bit harder, Jack, the Blue Fairy will come down and grant you the ability to cut wrestling promos like a real professional wrestler. But until then, and I really hope that day never comes because I don't think you got it in you, step aside, let the adults talk about the goddamn program. Fucking hell. I'm John Renton with my review of AEW Dynamite from Rogers Place in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Yeah, you can probably guess how I felt about this particular program. Look, there are things I like as far as AEW talents. There are certain elements and feuds that could work, and there are things I want to root for. They can't get out of their own goddamn way. Next week, I will be at the Dynamite taping in Everett, Washington. And it's certainly going to be interesting to see if anybody shows up, because so far, they don't have a lot of tickets distributed for a 10,000-seat arena. Even taking out the obstructed seats and everything, they still should be able to get 6,000 people there. They can't. The one great house that they drew was for the first ever show that they ran, the Dynamite, on January 4th, 2023. And even Wrestle Dream, which was fun to watch, it was fun to be part of. Goddamn. You don't need a sold-out NBA-sized arena if you have a crowd that's into it. And this was, I think, 18,000, 20,000 people, apparently, and that's around the capacity, and they had about 4,200 people, 4,000, 4,200 people, according to WrestleTix. I hope the people that were there did have a fun time. I'm going to talk about one particular fan here in just a little bit. We jump to the Adam Copeland saying, well, I don't want to have dark thoughts. This stuff with the House of Black ends. It's me versus Brody in a no DQ match. And then Orange Cassidy took on Trent. This is the opening match. This is what you're opening with. Look, they've tried to build this feud. Those that care about it, great. At least they're trying something with it. But the problem is I don't care about any of these people. I don't care about Chuck Taylor. I don't care about any of the periphery or the people in the periphery. I don't care. They went into the crowd for 2 goddamn minutes. Don Callis joined commentary because apparently he wants to have Orange Cassidy on his side. Multiple pile drivers, but an exposed buckle shot and a roll-up, 1, 2, 3, Orange Cassidy wins. Then a pile driver on the steps, and Callis stops it, and all this, and this took 20-something fucking minutes. And Statlander even tried to calm Trent down. So, I'm calling the Bucks, Perry, and Okada the Joke World Order. It's just stupid. The JWO. Just, my God. They park in Tony Khan's parking spot because Tony Khan's doing, remote producing in Jacksonville because he's not cleared to travel. And they recap Omega attacking Perry, then getting laid out. And Perry cannot, cut a promo to save his life. You haven't had to sacrifice shit. He got paid how much money to go over there into New Japan. And I saw enough of his stuff to know he's never going to get better. So Omega's at the ER, but he has an announcement that apparently it wasn't pressing enough that he couldn't record this announcement. Double or Nothing, it's going to be Anarch Queef in the arena. I know what it's called, I don't care. It's going to be the JWO against Team AEW, FTR, and 2 others, which are going to be Kingston and Danielson, by the way. I'm just going to spoil that right now. Shivani interviews Serena Deeb on the stage. Now, Serena got a couple good lines in here and did mention that apparently she was off for a while because of numerous seizures. I hope that got taken care of. I have no doubt that would be very rough. I do know people that, that suffer from seizures and have suffered from them in the past. It would be brutal to deal with. She has dreams of being champion. Tony Storm shows up, throws money at her. Thought I was getting my challenger, not a charity case. And Serena and her did not get bleeped for saying shit. Good job falling asleep at the production truck there. And Tony got laid out with a punch. Whatever. I don't think the stage stuff, the stage interview stuff exactly works like they thought it would. It doesn't really look that great. So, Lexi is with Orange Cassidy. Here's Rocky. Hey, if I beat Jay White, we gonna get a trio shot. Could be me and you and a partner of our choosing. Maybe get Trent involved. Nope, I don't want Trent involved, but good luck. And, hey, do you know Tony Khan's in Jacksonville? They mentioned that about 8 million times on this show. Mariah May took on Harley Cameron with Saraya. Normally, I would knock Saraya. I'm not going to do that as much here, and for this reason, because apparently there was a massive heckler, and I'm just going to say this right now. There was a massive heckler that she even pointed out in the crowd. So there's one thing Saraya knows is how to spot a creepy guy because she's dating one. But apparently there was some guy that was very vulgar towards Sky Blue and possibly others during the Ring of Honor tapings. I don't know. To the point Sky Blue was very upset. Aubrey was screaming at him basically and after the match, and security had to get him out. Apparently he was putting up a fight. Apparently he had a kid. So I'm going to say whoever that fucking guy is deserves to have his child ripped from his goddamn arms. Put the child with other relatives and don't allow the guy to ever see his kid again. Don't allow him at any wrestling event. Put him in solitary confinement and let him rot. Because we can have jokes. We can have fun. We can make whatever joke. We can just have some fun and enjoy ourselves. You get to where you're harassing somebody like that, no, that's fucking ridiculous. And don't give me this shit, because I did see some responses to a couple tweets about, this Sky Blue stuff. Oh, it's not because of how women are dressed. No, it's just because people are creepy. It doesn't matter if it was a man harassing a woman harassing a male wrestler, a man harassing a male wrestler, a woman harassing a woman wrestler. Non-binary, I don't fucking care. You don't fucking do that. So yeah, hopefully that guy actually just got thrown out and maybe was unable to walk home and, I don't know, ended up in front of the same bus that Darby was in front of. I don't know how that would work because I don't think that same bus would go up there, but yeah, piece of fucking shit. That kid needs to be put in a better home. So anyway, Mariah May and Harley Cameron. Harley cannot work at all. No, this is not good. This went twice as long as it needed to. I have no problem with them featuring people that have not been featured on Dynamite in a wrestling capacity before. Apparently she's wrestled, I guess, on Ring of Honor. I guess. Mariah May beat her in twice as long as she needed to. This went through a break. They need to go to the Nitro formula of having some shorter matches and getting more people on the card. Saraya then attacks, and here's Mina Shirakawa, who almost kisses Mariah May and then gets the stuff in. I am always down to see Mina Shirakawa. I did not realize that she was in her mid-30s. She looked like she was in her early 20s. Good job there. She's in great shape. She looks great. My God, she looks great. I guess we could get this tag match on the pre-show for Double or Nothing. Probably on TV taping, though. So, here's Pac. He's upset. Here's the Gangbang Gang. And Jay says, hey, maybe I should face Okada again. Please no. Please no. I did not enjoy any of their matches. Malachi does a spooky promo with all the editing and everything about the Adam Copeland, bringing him into the darkness, and it wasn't good. Malachi actually is capable of cutting some good promos. This wasn't it. So Elite Package, it's fake just like them. Here's Swerve to call out Christian Cage. He plays the package displaying what happened, how he got beat up. Here's, he's at the top and he's gonna, it's gonna take a lot to knock him down. Here's Christian Cage and the Patriarchy. Jesus Christ, Shayna Wayne looks great. I'm really glad Nick Wayne's being featured, at least as far as like an on-screen character, but I wish they'd utilize him a little bit more because he does have talent. So, Christian will take everything from Swerve. This got stale because the Christian stuff has kind of just followed the same beats. And Swerve says, I didn't come alone. Here's the Mughal Embassy. Khan, Toliona, and Brian Cage. And then Swerve mentions, when Christian's in an uncomfortable situation, he ends up saying, I quit. And then the Mughal Embassy attacks him. Because I guess they're pissed. Because why not? To be fair, I mean, he has succeeded while they lost the Trios Championships a while ago, and it faded into the background. They put Swerve through the announcer's table, and okay. And then Christian says to DVPs, that was a great job, a great plan. And then Willow and Sky recaps. I said my piece about that match. Willow's very fired up. And, are you ready for the fight of your life, Mercedes? I actually hope Willow does retain against Mercedes. I don't think she will, though. And then Jay White took on Rocky Romero. In a match that was well wrestled, I just had no reason to care. And I don't know that many people that really cared in the crowd. Referee Rick Knox, so nothing actually got enforced. Blade Runner wins it, and then Pac shows up to stop a bit of a beatdown. Samoa Joe training package. Okay, they are taking it seriously here. I guess that's unique. I wonder if they're going to try to rebuild him. Then Jericho and Bill took on two local guys, beat him in a couple minutes, and then Jericho did a bunch of fake stuff. And Jericho is fake. I don't mind saying about Jericho that he's fake. And it's not fake like, oh, we know he's disingenuous. It's just he's doing the mock disingenuous stuff. And it doesn't work. The Adam Copeland took on Brody King in a no DQ TNT Championship match where they were doing stuff that obviously hurt, but the nature of these hardcore no DQ matches, none of this stuff registers because all the stuff with the weapons just all looks the same. Brody at one point bled when the camera cut away for about a minute at least for the blade job. And I can't ignore it. I mean, Brody has talent as a big man. Copeland, this is what he wants to do, and that's fine. He should be able to do the last bit of his career however the fuck he wants. DDT on the chair on the apron, that caused the bleeding. We went through 2 breaks. Brody was bleeding quite a bit. Hit a gusher. And the crowd was into it, I'll say that much. There was a DVD on the apron, a spear through the table, and a spear in the ring. 1, 2, 3. Mind you, we only had a couple minutes left, and we're going to have a massive overrun. So, yeah, O'Reilly stops Brody from finishing his attack, and O'Reilly and Copeland are going to have a match in Vancouver on Collision. Which I don't know if I'm going to review. I might watch a little bit, but I don't know. Mercedes is backstage. I have given up on this idea of Mercedes. Mercedes obviously was a heel when she first came in. Even with the Boston crowd reacting, she works better as a heel. None of this stuff works. It doesn't even work as heel stuff. It does not work. She's not believable. This is a waste of resources. She should just go to Hollywood and do stuff. Because I'm sorry. I don't care. I don't care. It's not that she can't even deliver in the ring. I do not care anymore. Like, I wasn't even all that thrilled with her going to AEW. I mean, I didn't care if she went to WWE, back to New Japan, doesn't matter. Do you think Mercedes is damaged goods? Answers in the comments, please. The Adam Copeland O'Reilly, already talked about that. The JWO shows up, and the crowd didn't give a fuck. There were like a few murmurs, and nobody really gave a fuck. You know why? Because the bucks don't mean shit. Okada just collecting a check, and Jack fucking Perry. Sorry, doesn't work. Here's FTR. They got Danielson and Kingston. And Khan texted Shivani, it's official, NRT in the arena. And here's what's official. There, I have to put those notes over goddamn there. That's it. That's it for Dynamite. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Redland. And remember, next week, I'm going to have live reactions. Well, maybe not live reactions, but I'm going to give you how the crowd did or didn't react to everything. Literally everything. How much oxygen there was in the Angel of the Winds arena. No, I'd actually kid. But nevertheless, I'll see you soon.